is called internal dread.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so basically, it's just about internal dread. Oh, I was going to change it to something cooler. In turmoil. But it's a bit, you gotta have internal dread as like a starting off. Yeah. You said it better, thanks. In turmoil. Like it's
so
internal turmoil.
But it's eternal also?
No, internal.
Internal.
It's eternal. For you, it's eternal, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be eternal to me.
Yours is eternal and constant.
So I'm going to live forever.
Yeah. In perpetuity. Anyways.
I've been thinking about living forever. Eventually the sun's going to explode. And even if you live forever, like, that means the majority of the time is going to be just
going to be real dark and cold.
Floating and being cold.
I'd still do it.
Choking.
Can you still beat off in the vacuum of space? If you're immortal.
I think if you're immortal in the vacuum of space, like, so I can't breathe underwater, right? But
you can't?
I'm
you can breathe when you're showered in my cum.
What the fuck?
So I think the thing with it, though,
what the
if you're floating forever, I mean, do you still need to be eating things?
Are you just gonna keep going after that?
Well, here's my question: if you're not eating anything and you're jerking off in space, will you still have a load, or will it just be like?
Why is that the question?
That's a good question. My concern was that you're going to be choking
that
orgasm.
But
it doesn't matter if you're spewing out that white shit.
It does.
You're gonna run out. Like, you have to produce white shit somehow.
You don't. You can shoot blanks.
But that's
fair.
Yeah,
but not fun.
What is an orgasm if you're not coming on something?
Also, I feel like part of the joy of coming in the vacuum of space is like
seeing it float away.
It's like, and also like it's a form of propulsion. In space,
that's true.
You know?
That's true.
It's like a little bit.
You gotta use that.
Yeah, you gotta use it exactly.
Can you I know you can't change the way you're going, but can you change the way you're facing in space without if you waved your arms?
I don't think so.
Right? You couldn't.
No, because there's no friction.
But your body's still attached to itself. Yeah, I guess I don't know.
I think you probably could turn your torso, but you couldn't pivot. You couldn't turn around.
Thanks.
Wait, could you turn your top half and then turn your bottom half? No, you can't, because you can't control. I can't rotate my bottom half.
I think you change them in relation to each other, but
tweet at us.
Yeah, tweet at us.
My Twitter is do you have a Twitter?
No, dude, I don't get Twitter.
What about Insta?
I have an Instagram, but it's
DM
not
Charlie.
DM me on Instagram. Except it's I just have a dog Instagram. It wouldn't be clear how it relates to the podcast.
Yeah, but it would be a weighted.
And I'd be pretty disturbed if you started commenting on my pictures of dogs. All right, I figured out how you can come your way to the nearest asteroid.
Slide in. Okay, so internal dread. Did you have something to say before I was talking about? Who cares?
I'm just already worried about how this segment's gonna go. I feel like it's gonna make us talk about something scary.
I'm just okay. You talk about whatever you're comfortable talking about, okay? I have something to share.
Ground rules.
If we can go into that, if you got something else that's related or unrelated, just off internal dread, go for that. Let's just hop into it. So this is an internal dread I have. I worry that I am significantly different than most other people. In a way that's gonna make it.
Do you not think that you are?
Everyone thinks that.
Yeah, but I think but I feel like it's inhibiting connecting with people. You know, I'm not gonna I'm gonna end up alone because it's just not gonna work.
Too special.
Okay.
Wait, that's not how he phrased it. I think it's that you're worried that it's a flaw.
Yeah. I'm worried that I just don't get along with people.
I'm just so smart.
Yeah.
We're gonna connect with me.
I mean, that's how you rationalize it.
You have friends.
You have lots of friends.
Yeah, but I don't like them.
Oh, true.
I don't like anyone.
True.
That's that's a bad thing.
Yeah, you should work on that.
That is deserving of some turmoil.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I do.
But then other times, some people.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, you like us.
Yeah. Hypothetically.
To an extent.
I would say it's not an every moment type of thing where I'm fuck everyone all the time. But a significant portion of the time, I'm I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to see I don't even want to see my best friends sometimes.
Do you think
I definitely
do you
like
think
that
you'd be
sometimes.
happy with like a more solitary lifestyle? Because that's like
I
Yeah, you don't have to
am
get
not.
married.
I am unsure. Yeah, it's like
You can just own a
like
farm.
social ties are such a burden. You know, like here's this is about to get dark as shit. I just like I don't even want to say this. Someone else go.
Wait,
I would like Dan to say it.
the bit is called is about dread, and you're like, this is
Okay.
gonna get dark. It's like you brought this upon yourself.
I know, but I didn't think about.
Also, it's bonus episode, so it
I
doesn't
just
need to be
shouldn't.
funny.
Have, I
it's
just
like
shouldn't
behind
have
the
brought.
curtain.
I just.
Laughtown.
This is just like a thought. I like. You know those
Man,
dark
who's
thoughts that you
laughing
don't share
now?
with people. This is like one of them,
Oh my
and
God.
I don't want to share it.
This
I
is
shouldn't
good.
have. I
You
shouldn't
got
have brought it up.
You got to.
I could do it.
Yeah,
I just like.
you have to at this point.
Like,
otherwise.
like, I've never been very affected by death. Okay? Sorry, Charlie.
Huh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry to bring it towards death. You know? Like, I've never cried at a funeral. I just, like, don't get sad by it. And I would just, like, worry that it's because, like, people die and I'm like, oh, like, one less social tie. I have to keep up.
That's
you know?
such a. I don't think that's true. That's such a pest.
I
That's
think
such a.
it's not like something that I'm, like, really agree with, but it's a thought I have often.
okay, so just to
Like,
So
I
if
can't-
I died, you would just be like, man.
I'm gonna say this, and this is a compliment.
Hold on, before
you're
you
one of the
say
few
something
people
cruel,
that
okay.
like if you died, it would just be like I'd be like, well, that sucks.
Yes.
Like
That's all I wanted.
You're not a burden to me.
not
Yes.
to like be too
That's so
invasive
nice
here,
of
but
you.
like, have you had like a close family member or a friend who has died? Because I agree.
I've had grandparents that died, but no
I
one
think
real
grandparents
close.
are a different thing. I think
I
like,
agree.
distant cousins or something. But
I agree.
like, if
And I was young
immediate
too.
family or like close friends, I think it's just a completely different thing. So
Yeah. So
I
true.
wouldn't stress yourself about that.
Okay, it's gonna, but yeah, thanks.
Listen,
Anyone
you just
else?
haven't had. You
The
just haven't.
suffering will be worse, is what I'm saying. But it means
It'll make you feel more human.
But like, yeah. Okay,
Also,
let's move on.
Listen, there's plenty of people who are gonna die in your life, and don't worry, Dan. Some of them you'll love.
Yeah, thanks. All right. Anyone else got something to share?
What's some internal dread? I mean, all my internal dread is just all dumb existentialist stuff. I get worried very frequently that my consciousness is unique because I'm the only consciousness I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Do you really actually like worry about that?
No, but I wonder what it is. I'm like frequently like, what even? But like not in like a stoner way, but just in like a if I'm just a rock that somehow evolved to think, why am I here in the rock? You know what I'm saying? Like trees do shit and they build plant stuff, but no one's inside the tree thinking.
Do you think that other humans aren't conscious?
No. Here's what I'm saying. I'm circuitry, right?
You're a human.
I'm okay, but my brain is where all the magic happens.
Sure.
Right? If I'm just lots of physical reactions happening in a very specific way, then why do I'm a thing also, right? Like,
This is losing the
No, I know
thread.
what you're saying.
I don't. Can you explain this to me?
if I'm just this crazy Rube Goldberg machine of like inputs and outputs, right? Then like why do I need to have consciousness? Like
This is like a,
what is like the thing that's viewing the image? There's an entity that's viewing the images that come into my eyes.
Yeah.
And it's me. In quotes.
Indeed. So you don't want to be conscious. You
No,
don't think you
I'm
need
happy
consciousness.
being conscious. I just don't really get why it's not just the same as like a computer, essentially. Like a
It
computer,
is.
I don't think that every time we turn on a computer, like the computer's like, okay, I'm alive now. Like
I think.
even though like hypothetically the same kind of circuitries happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's just that your brain is like a bunch of zeros and ones at the lowest form. It's just neurons that are either firing or not firing. But there's just so many of them, and they're so well connected.
But I'm the composite of all of them.
I think this is a belief I have that it would be entirely possible to make a computer representation of the brain if you had enough space and knowledge. But
And then if you
the
turn that
brain
computer
is
on,
so complex.
if you turned that computer on, here's the question: if you turn that computer on, does an experience like my own, where there's like some sort of where there's some sort of reality experienced by some sort of entity, happen in the computer?
Well, it would be tough because you need all the hardware as well. You need like a body. It'd have to be able to see. But like if you could do that and you could fit it in a thing, like with the current technology, like there's more.
So you think a robot would be just as conscious as me?
If someone entirely accurately modeled a computer in the way of a human brain and connected it to a body that could sense things in the same way.
Now let me extend the thing, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say instead of a computer, instead of electrical stuff, it is we are on an island and we have infinite time and we're arranging sticks, okay? We have rocks. We're arranging instead of like this machine being governed by the laws of physics and electricity and doing it automatically.
Yeah.
We are now on an island with a huge amount of rocks, and each rock, like, we can flip it up or down, and each rock denotes like a bit in this machine. Okay.
A bit?
Like a 1 or a 0.
Like a haha.
Yeah.
Like a haha or a no haha.
Given infinite time, we could simulate the exact same patterns that would happen in that electrical brain. And the question is, would that island be conscious then?
You're so dumb.
No, that's a pretty reasonable question.
No.
I mean,
We're simulating the exact perfect representation
it's like
of a brain.
a representative depiction of something isn't like.
I don't understand.
If we did it on paper, it wouldn't work. But if you made a robot that could sense, like the island can't sense and feel things. Your brain.
The abstraction on the island breaks down in some way.
But you can have like an architectural rendering of a house and not be able to like walk around in it. You know, you can have like a perfect.
If you had like Harold's purple crayon, though, you could draw.
Let's say we built a brain, and instead of communicating with electricity, it's like water. It's like pipes.
We sound
it's like
so high.
No, we're not. It's just I'm getting at this question. Now, instead of electricity in a circuit,
sure, it's pipes.
It's pipes. Like it's massive, and it's just water flowing.
Pipe game strong.
Is that conscious? Like that's autonomous now.
But it still can't sense it. It's not autonomous.
Let's hook up a camera to it, and maybe the camera controls some of the pipes.
I feel like it's just so abstracted that.
Yeah.
but like, where's the line? That's why I think maybe there's a higher power. Eventually, there must be a line, and that line has to be arbitrary.
But you just
think so. It has to be something like we're self-contained. Like we.
How is it autonomous?
Yeah. It can't be autonomous. If you can make a pipe system that like polices itself, then like it's a little. I mean, it's not. I guess
if you're what you're doing is you're like superimposing consciousness on something in an incredibly abstracted sense, and then saying it's conscious, isn't it? You know, like
I'm saying, like if we agreed that our consciousness was just like some sort of very complicated physical process,
but that is so far from like an actual agreement. I mean, that's like us.
But that's what we like somewhat agreed. That's like what we somewhat
but
agreed. If you built a perfect robot, it would be conscious.
I guess
that was like based. This is all based on that.
It's all based on an idea of like.
But then you started talking about pipes and sticks and shit.
As soon
but
as
like why does the
as soon as we say that it's based on a perfect model, it's already so beyond the ideas of like it's so beyond like the reality. It's so abstracted. As soon as we say we've developed this like perfect model and thus that's scalable to whatever.
Do ambulances and cop cars have different sirens? Like, are they distinguishable?
Yeah, they do.
Cool.
So do fire engines.
No, that's not true.
Are fire engines like longer?
Yeah, they're like woo.
Then what's the police one? Which one was that? A police car
or was a police car?
I think so too.
What's ambulance? Wee wee wee. Okay.
Yeah.
And then taxis.
Taxis go.
Hey, land my way.
Cool. And then my friend Carly.
Hey.
She does always moan.
Sam,
like
get
that.
the camera. We have an episode. Gibby, take off your shirt.
Nice.
Now that's Carly.
That was a good show. I like that show.
Hi, Carly. Yeah.
So anyone else got a segment?
yo, we're gonna have to cut a lot of the brain simulation stuff.
I thought it was all gold.
Just speed it up.
Towards the end of it, you were demonstrating like significant frustration.
I just think it's abstracted beyond being useful.
That's definitely true, but it just still makes me nervous.
What about it makes you nervous?
It's that if I'm just a physical reaction in my brain, then I don't really get why my body isn't just like moving around and making choices, but like why my quote unquote soul has to be there, like also spectating and being a part of it.
Mm-hmm. But you believe in souls?
I don't believe in soul. I think soul is maybe the best word right now to get at the fact that like I'm in a thing that's experiencing something and like I don't know what that is.
It's I don't know what.
I'm saying like my body.
Soul is some bullshit we made up to like differentiate ourselves from animals.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say like.
Do we think animals are conscious?
If
they're like awake.
If tonight was Freaky Friday, what would be the thing that switches between us? Like that is what I'm referring to as soul here.
That's our brain.
I don't think in Freaky Friday they're like brains switch.
Well, that's why Freaky Friday isn't real.
It's based on a true story.
Which one? The Lil Dicky one or the?
Oh, dude, I heard that song the first time.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's very good.
Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Jamie Lee Curtis
was the mom.
And
the daughter was Lindsay Lohan.
Dude, that was a woman.
It's actually pronounced Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan was a woman that burned bright.
Her and Amanda Bynes, baby.
Dude, poor Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, she
crashed and burnt.
Did you have an internal dread?
No.
I hated this segment.
Nervous. Well, bring it up then.